Trump's 2025 immigration agenda makes news all the time. But do you really understand the buzzwords you keep hearing in the news? Let's break down the terms that you keep hearing that could shape America's future, because what you don't know can affect you still. First up, DACA. You've probably heard about dreamers, who are undocumented people who came to the United States as young children. DACA is a program that gave them temporary protection from deportation. But when Trump was in office in his first term, he called the program unconstitutional and suspended it. There was a lot of litigation surrounding DACA, and although the program still exists, it's hard to say what the future of the program is going to be in a second Trump term. Now, the Alien Enemies Act is another word that's been floating around in the news, and it's a law that Trump wants to revive for his deportation plans. The Alien Enemies Act allows for the deportation of non-citizen people who are deemed to be enemies of the U.S. during wartime. Trump says he'll use this in order to target gangs and cartels. In those circumstances, certain individuals who aren't citizens of the United States could be detained and deported based solely on their nationality. But it's important to note the U.S. isn't at war with any particular nations, and there's no military invasion by any foreign government into the United States. And this law has only been invoked 3 times in the past, and all 3 times were during which we were in a declared war. So we'll have to see exactly how Trump intends to use this law for deportation purposes. Title 42 is also something you've probably heard about, and you might know it as the COVID-era rule that was used in order to turn away millions of people who were coming to the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, Title 42 did end for a period of time, but Trump says he will bring it back. And if not Title 42, he may rely on Title 8, the older law that allows CBP to detain and deport immigrants. And the Diversity Visa Lottery, or DV Lottery. This is a way where immigrants from all over the world can get green cards. You essentially have to be a national of a country with lower rates of immigration to the United States. And you have to show you meet very basic requirements. If you're selected, then you're able to come to the United States as a green card holder. So it's pretty much getting a green card based on luck. But Trump has talked about wanting to get rid of the DV lottery and has even labeled it a national security threat. It's hard to say whether he'll want to put this on the chopping block, but it is something that's been talked about. And last but not least, there's temporary protected status, or TPS. Over 860,000 people rely on TPS to work and live in the United States. It's granted to immigrants from countries who are facing war or natural disasters or other major crises. But here's the catch, TPS is not permanent. It's like living with a ticking clock, knowing that your status could be revoked at any moment. TPS holders come from countries like Haiti, El Salvador, Venezuela, Afghanistan, places dealing with chaos that most of us can't even imagine. And many people on TPS have been living in the United States for decades, building lives, families, and businesses. Now, during his first term, Trump tried to end TPS. Now, legal battles stalled those efforts, but there is a plan to try it again in 2025. If Trump does end TPS successfully, then many people would be facing deportation from the United States, and this could really destabilize families and disrupt various industries. So you've heard the buzzwords, but now you know what they really mean. But more importantly, these aren't just headlines. They're policies that can shape and impact millions of lives. And they're about to take center stage again in 2025. If you're still confused about the buzzwords dominating the news, drop your questions in the comments. And feel free to follow me for more immigration news, tips, tricks, and information.